What's up, guys? John here from Broad Culture, and today we are continuing on for what we did yesterday. If you didn't catch yesterday, the link to that video will be in the description below. But there we talked about day one of Ascendance, which is basically CMV's version of WrestleMania. And today we are talking about day two. Day two has 8 matches on the card. We're going to go through every single one of them. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I'm going to give you the community's thoughts. I'm going to give you background on the matches that I can provide background for. And for this one, it may not be as many as there was yesterday. There's 3 matches here that I don't have the best idea of what the background is, but I would do my best for the rest of the matches. I would do my best the entire time. That said, let's get into these matches here. So the first matchup we got is the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal. Rest in peace, Slick B. You are a true legend. Yeah, that said, there is no community poll for this one, because it is basically a 20-man Royal Rumble. This year, though, he's normally the winner would get a title match at Battle Scars. Not this time. This time, they get the crown, the inaugural of the revived CMV Internet Championship, which George King is the original holder of. He created the belt at Implosion last year. Oh, you saw nothing. That was the match card for NGW Homebound. But the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal, I'll give you who I think is going to win. What number I think is going to win. I think it's going to be number 18. Number 18 is going to be the winner of the Slick B Memorial Battle Royale. Yep. That's the one. So going on to the next one. We have Marvelous Marvin versus, he is a former undisputed world heavyweight champion, Reese Matthews. You like that? You like that introduction there? Yeah. Anyways. Basically, the story of this match is that Reese Matthews is losing the faith of the fan base. They are trying to see him as a joke and not taking him seriously. And then you got this up and coming Marvelous Marvin putting the spotlight on Reese, saying that he is nothing more than a has-been in his long past his time. And now Marvelous is showcasing everything that Reese Matthews was in his prime. Marvelous Marvin is that flamboyant character. He is that mysterious orientation character. He is that party goer, the one that connects with the younger fan base, if you will. And it shows, because Marvelous Marvin is in the lead in the pose, I believe. Let me pull up the pose here. Yep, let's see. Yes, Marvelous Marvin has 75% of the group pose. And I'm going to agree with them. Marvelous Marvin is going to be the one who beats Reese Matthews at Ascendance. Not a hot take, just some my opinions. Let's go on to the next matchup, though. Next matchup, which will be match number 3 on day 2. It is a handicap match. The Ballers Club versus Paul Divine. Now, Ballers Club consists of Rob Cross, who is former CMV light heavyweight champion, and Chris Diamond, who is a former CMV undisputed world heavyweight champion. And they come together as Ballers Club, and they are former Fusion Tag Team champions. Together, they are former 6-man tag team champions. I forget who their third member of Ballers Club was. They kicked him out because he was not cool enough to be remembered. So, but they are going against one of the greatest CMV superstars in history. He is a living legend in CMV. He is Paul Mother Effin' Divine. Paul Mother Effin' Divine is a five-time CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. He's held the Tag Team Championships the most times in CMV history with his brother Quantum, Hayden, and Chris Andrews. Paul Divine is one of the original members of the CMV's greatest faction, X-Gen. And now he's main evented Ascendance before too, so he also is a former Anarchy champion, former United States champion. I believe the only title that he has not won is the International Championship. I could be wrong there. If I'm wrong there, somebody will correct me in the comment section like they did last time. Anyways, that said, the community believes that Paul Divine has a 0% chance of winning this, and that Ballers Club has a 100% chance of winning this fight. I am going against the pose here. I'm saying Paul Divine. Paul Divine, because this is Ascendance. Paul Divine comes out for the Ascendance. He is one of the greatest Ascendance players of all time. He's gonna have that fancy outfit on. He's gonna have the moveset on point. He has the experience factor. He's been here since the first season. And Ballers Club may have a former world heavyweight champion, but Paul Divine has held the World Heavyweight Championship the joint most times alongside Hayden at 5 reigns. So, Ballers Club may be a well-functioning team, but they are nothing compared to Paul Divine on his lonesome. So Paul Divine is going to be the one that's going to win. That is my opinion. So let's get into the next matchup, which is, funnily enough, another retirement match. As you know from last week, yesterday's video, there is a retirement match there, a Harvey Hastings retirement match. This time, there is Tyson Cage, the A-lister, the man who played Moon Knight, the most gorgeous man in CMV, the dashing one himself, Tyson Cage, is ending his career here. He is tiring. And this is a pretty sad story. The story begins when Tyson Cage was 16 years old. He ran away from his home in Canada and he went to Japan. There, he trained inside the New Japan dojo. He got experience in New Japan. But he never. They let him go after a year there. There, he traveled around Canada and the United States in the independent circuit, not making a big name for himself. He is on the verge of retirement. Then, on his 22nd birthday, he got signed to CMV. There, he had a couple good matches on the live circuit of CMV, but he was never able to get onto Fusion until Shirase. If I said that wrong, Chrissy, I'm sorry. Shirase picked him out of the live events and told him, "Do you want to be my tag team partner?" Tyson took up the offer, thinking that, hey, I can use this sucker to get to the main roster, to get to the main show, to get the push, get so that people see who I am, and I can use him to be the best me that I can be. They started winning tag team matches together. They start shockingly to Tyson. He started to grow attached to Shirase. Then, in the midst of their argument, they were dubbed the bickering duo. But, fittingly enough, they were put inside the Cyborg Invitational. And they fought everyone else up until they were the last two that had to fight. If Shirase won that match, they would have got a tag team title shot then and there. If Tyson Cage won, they wouldn't get nothing. And Tyson Cage came out victorious on that night. But there was a flip in their dynamic. See, prior to that match, Shirase was the one that was always was the kind one of the group. He was always supportive. He was always trying to do the right thing. He was trying to make him and Tyson Cage friends. But after that match in the Cyborg Invitational, it flipped. Tyson was the one that's like, hold on, let's be friends here. We can do this. And Shirase is the one who's like, no, this is not friendship. This is just an alignment so that we can get this, do the stuff that we want to do. Get the tag titles. That is a business relationship. As he's been burnt in the past by other members, by a former tag team partner and a former employer in a different company. But everything came to a head at Ascendance 5, where Shirase and Tyson Cage defeated the monstrous duo of Demolition and became the Fusion Tag Team Champions. Then they went 1 month as Tag Team Champions, arguing, bickering the entire way, and Shirase put a condition on himself if that they could not beat Police Squad, he would retire. And Tyson, seeing the pain that this team was putting on Shirase, he's decided, I can't see you like this no more. And as Sarase went for the hot tag, Tyson jumped down and watched as Sarase was beaten, brutalized, and victimized by the police squad, and they lost their tag team titles. They would, according to both men, that is the last time that they've seen each other. Sarase went his own way. He left the company. Tyson Cage left Fusion. He went to Genesis. He won a pole, and he was deemed the most beautiful man in CMV by the CMV Women's Locker Room. There led to an Anarchy Championship the following year at Ascendance 6. Then he gained his biggest role yet as Moon Knight in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There, he continued to work on movies more than he did in wrestling. So, at the beginning of this season, he announced that he is retiring at Ascendance, and that he had his bucket list that he wanted to do. He accomplished a couple of those things. One of the big things that was left on there was seeing Sarase again and say, "I am sorry." Ascendance season started coming around, and Tyson Cage was about to announce who he would be facing him at Ascendance. But then Sarase came and jumped him from behind. And interview after interview, Tyson Cage has been trying to ask Sarase, "Do you want me to retire?" And every time Sarase shuts up, and he either walks or runs out of the ring, depending on how he feels that morning, depending on what he has ate for lunch. So at Ascendance, Tyson Cage's career is ending. Sarase's time in CMV is limited. Tyson and Sarase, the bickering duo, going at it once again. This time, they're not fighting just for their dreams. They're fighting because what else do they have to fight for? And the community believes that Sarase is going to win this match. All 100% of them believes that Sarase is going to be the winner. No one's voting for Tyson Cage. And to be fair, I don't think Tyson Cage is going to be able to pull it off. Tyson Cage, he's too distracted at the moment. Every time he sees Sarase, he goes into this dazed look, like, "I don't want to fight you." If you hear my dog, I'm sorry. Calm down. But I believe Sarase is going to be the winner in this matchup. Tyson Cage is not going to be the one picking up the victory, which is very unfortunate in his very last match. At least he's putting over that young up-and-coming talent. Next matchup is Andrew Briggs versus Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent cost Andrew Briggs his rematch for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, which then took him out of the Elimination Chamber, and ever since they have been brawling ever since. And it all comes to a head as soon as they fought in the backstage of CMV. They dived off top of semi-trucks. They fought inside the ring. They have competed everywhere. A little bit of the accomplishments of each man. Let's start here with Andrew Briggs, as he's the shortest. Andrew Briggs is a former Fusion Tag Team Champion, former Tornado Tag Team Champion. He's a former United States Champion. I want to say United States. He's either United States or Anarchy Champion. I'm one of the two. I'm sorry if I mistake that. but he is a former CMV undisputed world heavyweight champion. He held it for a good couple months here, losing it at on episode Fusion to Resources. But let's go to Ryan Kent now, who's a former Unmatched World Champion, Unmatched Tag Team Champion, CMV European Champion, CMV Television Champion, CMV Anarchy, CMV Light Heavyweight, CMV United States, CMV International, CMV Fusion, and CMV World Tag Team Champions, CMV Tornado Tag Team Champions, CMV Six-Man Tag Team Champions. He is a former Money in the Bank winner. He has done everything in CMV except win the CMV Internet Championship. But most importantly, he is a former CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. They are fighting inside of a street fight because there is no ring that can contain this feud at the moment. The community believes that 66% of the community agrees that Andrew Briggs is going to be the winner. 33 for Brian Kent. And I'm going to go with Andrew Briggs. Andrew Briggs has to win this. If he does not win this, he has no claim to the World Championship. He loses credibility that he should go for the World Championship if he loses this matchup. Andrew Briggs is in a must-win situation here. If he can't beat Brian Kent, what else can Andrew Briggs do? So I believe Andrew Briggs is the more desperate of the two for this matchup. I believe that is why he will be the one who walks out the winner. Next matchup is for the CMV Unified Tag Team Championship. It is a 2 out of 3 falls match between the Sully Brothers versus the Armbar Society. So, when they started the season out, the Sully Brothers were against each other. They had a feud against each other, but they don't remember they did. And they also had Baron motherfucking Blade with them. Baron Blade turned on the Sully Brothers after they won the Tag Team Championship, sided with the Armbar Society, helped them win the Tag Team Championships, and now we are here at Ascendance. This one is a short backstory. I am sorry. Where it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. If the Sully Brothers win, they don't just get the CMV Tag Team Championships, but Baron Blade is banned from CMV for life. If the Armbar Society wins, the Sully Brothers cannot come for their Tag Team Championships ever. And I mean ever again. And the community believes that the Sully Brothers will be victorious, sending Baron Blade out of CMV for good. 66% of them believe that is going to be the outcome. I believe that the Armbar Society is going to win 2-0. You got Gary Reed, submission specialist. You got the Armbar on tight. You got Walter Bolet, who has the Jaws of Life, the Kimura lock, that can break your arm faster than you could ever imagine. I say if my dogs, I am sorry about that. So I am going to agree with the 33% and say that the Armbar Society is going to win that matchup. Now, to our tertiary main event. Jay Hoxton versus Brett Angel. Little backstory of this matchup. Hoxton hit a slump in his career, and seeing Angel dominate in Unmatched is what inspired Hoxton to take his career to the next level. Now, Hoxton feels Angel is a shell of himself and that Angel needs to be put down before he continues to make a mockery of his own legacy. Sorry for that clap. My dogs are fighting. Continuing on with that. One second here. Yeah, that fixes the dog problem for a bit. As I was saying, Brett Angel is a legend in Unmatched. Rest in peace, Unmatched. Never forget. And Shay Hoxton, since coming to CMV, he's been basically unstoppable. He's held the Anarchy Championship twice. He's held the International Championship, I believe. And believe it or not, Brett Angel is a former World Heavyweight Champion. I know. It's hard to believe. I know. But he is a former Unmatched World Heavyweight Champion. If that sounded rude, I am sorry, Chrissy. I drew a blank after I said that. So, anyways, let's go to the community poll here. It is a 50-50. Shay Hoxton and Brett Angel. The community is broke straight down the middle, with 50% with Shay Hoxton, 50% with Brett Angel. I am going to go with Shay Hoxton. Shay Hoxton is the more hungrier of the two. As Angel even admitted that he knows more than anyone that he is a shell of his former self. Angel does not think he is the best anymore. But he still believes that he can go in the ring. He knows that he can bring the fight to Shay Hoxton. The only reason why I'm going to go with Shay Hoxton is the fact that Brett Angel knows that he is not not his best. And I feel like you need to be at your best when it comes to fighting Shay Hoxton. That said, it is time to get to this main event, boys. It is George King versus PJ Moon. Now, PJ Moon has fought all over the world in COH, Honor-Bound, CWA, great promotions throughout. He came to CMV at around Ascendance last season. Real bit before Ascendance last season. He's won the CMV Tag Team Championship alongside Andrew Briggs. That is my dog. Sorry for her whining. He has won the CMV Tag Team Championships. With Andrew Briggs. He's fought Andrew Briggs ever since they won the tag team belts, trying to get the world title off of Andrew Briggs, never able to. Then he wins the Royal Rumble and becomes the number one contender for the title. George King, on the other hand, he has been in CMV since the original NGW. He is the last of the original NGW champions. He has went back and won the NGW championship. This season alone, he is the only two-time NGW champion in CMV's history. He's held the CMV European Championship for 6 months, the second longest in CMV history. He has held the CMV Television Championship, which he then converted it into the CMV Internet Championship, the original one. Then his kingdom won the CMV Tag Team Championships. And before Unmatched was closed, he was gearing up to face the winner of Marco Punis and I forget who the other person was, but he was gearing up to fight the winner of that for the CMV World Championship. But Unmatched closed. His kingdom came to Genesis, where he went to NGW, won the NGW Championship, just so that he can fight the Unmatched World Champion and the Alpha World Champion at Validation. And he became the King of Champions, where he beat Andrew Briggs as the NGW champion. He then relinquished the CMV NGW championship and has been denied almost 6 months to the day that he finally got his CMV World title match. He's been denied an opportunity to get either the Alpha World Championship or the Undisputed. Then when he finally got that match, Brian Jacobson comes in and seals it from him. He came in the ring, punched Andrew Briggs, match was disqualified, he walks out. Then in the chamber, straight out of the back, he eliminates Reese Ortiz, the world champion. He eliminates Hayden. He eliminates Brian Jacobson. He eliminates Chris Diamond. He did not eliminate one person in the entire match. Then, the night after, he comes out and he shows a little bit of humility towards PJ Moon. He says, you know what? You've earned this match because you won the Rumble. But you don't deserve this because you were in the Rumble from number 30. You cannot beat Andrew Briggs when he was world champion. I did. You can beat him. You only can beat him when he was not world champion. And a blood feud with Ryan Kent, that's where his mind is probably at. George King, the very next week, came back out. He was talking about how PJ Moon is going after all these former world champions, saying that he doesn't stand a chance against me. And out comes PJ Moon, says, and gives him a rocket kick, a chaos kick, if you will, sending George King to the mat. Later that night, when he was supposed to fight Reese Ortiz, George King drags out Rooster Teeth, throws him on the stage. "You fighting me now?" And George King proceeded to grip PJ Moon's ass. After that, the very next week, George King comes out once again saying that PJ Moon was supposed to come out here tonight. He was supposed to issue his address to you all about Ascendance, how last week was a fluke, and all this stuff. But he's chickened out. So don't worry, I'm here. I'm going to tell you how it is. He's scared of me. Basically, that's what George King says. Out comes PJ Moon. Before PJ Moon could even stand up, he gets hit with a big boot. George King lifts him up on his shoulder, spins him out for the royal flush, and he heads on out. At the end of the night, they have a massive brawl on top of the stage. And on the go home episode of Fusion, after the main event, they both stood in the middle of the ring and brawled. Security couldn't help them. Both men took out security. The entire CMV locker room spilled out and had to pull them apart. When it comes to the community's prediction, they believe PJ Moon is going to win 62.5% of the time. I'm agreeing with the minority here. George King is going to be the winner here because he's already beat PJ Moon. He's inside PJ Moon's head. PJ Moon's even admitted that he's thinking of George King's inside of his head. So George King is going to be your winner tonight on Ascendance, Day 2. That's my guess. That's my bold prediction. And that is Ascendance to Day 2 in the books. Thank you all for listening to this podcast with me. Thank you very much. Sorry for the dog noises and everything. If you hear the air conditioning, I am also sorry for that. And the cause. But if you like this video, be sure to check out the rest of our archives of videos here on Broad Culture. Be sure to check us out here, especially on Twitter and Facebook. We have pages on both Twitter and Facebook. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. If you enjoy us, give us a subscribe. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on Day 2 of Ascendance. Your match that you're looking forward to the most. Giving corrections on things that I am wrong about. There's probably a lot of those. And be sure to share this video with your friends. Thank you all for being here with me today. And with that, I am out. See you all on the next.